Tavern Goers, players, everybody, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern.
We're gonna die!
Oh, don't be so quick to judge, Randall.
I'm gonna die!
Better. We are a real play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I focus on building up tension. I'm not good at it, because these guys are good at deflating it. And I appreciate that, especially in today's climate, where I'm pretty burned out. Writer's block's been a real thing, but you know how it is. Anyway, to my left.
Jay's gonna kill me! Hi, it's Randall, back again, playing your boy, Dylan Fisher, doing his fucking best with a lot on his plate. Hopefully I don't die, but I get the feeling I'm gonna die. To my left.
Hey gang, it's Ryan, I'm back again. We're coming up on Thanksgiving real fast, and we're still going through a presidential election, so I'm feeling great. Let's play some D&D. To my left.
Oh fuck, it's me.
No buffer anymore.
This is it now, man.
Yeah.
You hurt me every time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. It is Jeff, once again playing the gentleman. The skeleton, Mr. Grimm. There's a little bit extra S on that one for you guys.
A little English on that hat. Alright.
Yeah, got a little English on that hat, tough. Let's crack into a little bit of tavern keeping. It seems as though that this tavern is going to be destroyed soon, but I still want to there's a spot on this fucking window.
You guys do tavern keeping. I'm still sad Bruce is gone.
Okay.
It's been months.
Shut up!
So, we want to, as always, thank the living hell out of all you guys for listening. And it doesn't even matter how many are. That's not true. I want it to be billions. Make it billions.
I should watch that show.
But it's great to have you here, and we really do care about your joining us for our wild adventure. And if you want to talk to us, I'll tell you how. All right, you just listen up, little birds. I'm about to feed you some knowledge. So there's a couple ways you can get a hold of us. We've got a Facebook. Tell them what the Facebook is.
Fuck you, Jay.
We're just gonna take the piss out of all of this, aren't we?
Facebook.com/Torchlit Tavern.
And of course, as mentioned, my little baby birds can tweet us at
Twitter @Torchlit Tavern.
Where we'll just barf right into your mouth.
It happens.
Hell yeah,
happens.
You'll like it. It'll be nourishing though. And of course, we've got an Instagram, which you'd think we wouldn't as an audio media, but we're taking up every fucking thing we can. What's the Instagram?
@Torchlit Tavern.
And on
Hashtag
any of those
Dragon
things, you can use our other hashtag. What's our other hashtag?
I believe it's TTCast.
You nasty.
Exactly.
I felt dirty saying
you can go with the classic. You can go with
which
the
is
classic.
#Torchlit Tavern.
Hashtag. There it is. So you have all those ways to contact us, and I'll give you a couple more. We also got a website. Tell them about the website.
www.torchlittavern.com.
And there you can access our blogs that maybe we've updated, our email that you can email us with, and all that extra fun stuff. And then, if you want to go just a step beyond and give us some money for this, we got a Patreon. Tell them about it.
Patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern.
Which we try to update with exclusive materials, and there's all kinds of ways you can, join in the fun with us.
Hey, there are special edits in there right now. There's some things happening there, slowly but
Ryan
surely.
has been dropping alternative version of tracks every now and then, which has been very delightful to listen to him send to me. So yeah, check those out. You can hear Bruce shaming us for having emotions on episode 117. You can hear
You can hear an illegal episode.
Oh yeah, that's actually going to be out by now. You can hear the one that will get us in trouble for music
the
use.
old bloopers.
Yeah, the bloopers. That
You
gets us
can
into
listen
a
to some
trouble.
bloopers. Things are happening. Things are happening over there.
All right. Well, of course, we've got all that material for you, and so much love for you. And of course, and last but certainly not least, I want to say that we know that you could be listening to anything, that you could be doing anything, and that times are
I love you.
tumultuous.
But thank you all for coming to listen to us. We're very grateful that you have graced us with your time, and we have graced you with our idiocy.
That works.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say that We know times are tough, but just know that in some way we're here.
I love you.
In some way, we are here. Speaking of being here, it's back to me, your die master for the day, or your dice master, depending on which word you prefer.
And I'm the master of dice.
No, we passed you.
No.
How dare you?
Didn't we do this already?
We already
no,
passed
I
you,
didn't tell
too.
him what I was. I waited so that Randall couldn't cheat me of my moment.
I'm the master of dice.
Last time on Torchlit Tavern, after their...
Hold on. I can do that voice. Last time on Torchlit Tavern.
After coming to terms with the loss of their old adopted stepdad, Bruce, the party sailed on to Griffinport, finalized what little plans they could, and came to a careful and hopefully surreptitious landing at the old crash site of the original airship, where they and the handful of the small army of NPCs they've gathered in the last few episodes made their way to the city wall, where, blowing a couple high-level spells and a full item's worth of charges, they scaled the wall and snuck in without any raising of the alarm, where they found the city of Griffinport looking a little worse for the wear. They are in the poor section of city, but even here, where things aren't always as clean or well kept, and they don't have the tax revenue to keep things good, you can tell that something has happened within the city of Griffinport. As they move deeper through the alleyways, a tropical hurricane storm has built up around the city, and the rain is getting heavier and heavier and coming in behind you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and read thingy. Got a thingy.
Oh, yeah, read it.
Yeah. The alley you find yourselves in is not lit. Only orange glows way off in the streets give you clear light despite the early evening hour. And though the rains are lighter, you can already feel the weather growing heavier at your back, as though you led the charge of a million tiny drops that will soon overtake and pass you by. The damp, cold air feels like a physical manifestation of unease within the city as you make your way through the city streets. So what are you guys doing? You guys had plans. Where are you headed?
I believe the Church of Vespra was our first target.
Yes.
Okay. So the way I'm going to do this...
We're going to church.
Yeah.
So
Going to
Church of
church.
Vesper
Take
first.
me to church.
All right, so I've got the map pulled up for you guys to see.
I missed a lot of mass, and Granlin's pissed.
Yeah. Several months. 3 months, I think, is what our math has been that you've been away. So
Has it really?
I think, yeah, if I'm gonna put a number on it, but I'm always wibbly-wobbly with time, but I'll go ahead and say 3 months.
Okay, Doctor Who. Timey-wimey.
There's a lot of fae bleeding into your world. It's hard to measure time nowadays.
They should get bandages.
Bow ties are cool.
So I've got you guys circled here in the alleys in sort of the slummy district at the south end of Griffinport. You guys can see that if you make your way over here, you'll make your way to the merchant centers. If you go north, you start running into the Moors Church, the Orc's Head Pub. Up full north, you get into the rich districts where they have the City Watch main hub and the Church of Newman. To the west, you find Vespra and the Tinderbox, and also a main entrance into the Thieves Guild is all sort of in this area. You also know that Flea Street is that way if you wanted to meet up with the children that you talked to last episode. Chances are you won't see them because they are running around and kind of trying to get some of the people you asked them to find, and we'll see how.
Yeah,
they
I
do.
mean, I imagine they will. I imagine they would stick around. Or they too would be at the church when we finally get there.
Now, the way I'm going to do this is I've got little scenarios at each location, so to speak, but I'm going to have you guys sort of roll a group stealth check every time you're moving
stealth?
from location to location, because as you guys are moving through these alleys and you notice immediately that you see Palace Guard are knocking on people's doors. They're going door to door looking for people. They're exercising some sort of curfew from what you've overheard. Like, the moment you got there, you nearly walked out into a street and almost ran right into them. So
A curfew, man, just like real world times.
yeah, so that the scenario you're in is that there are what appear to be Palace Guard roaming the streets and forcing order on this city. And there's a lot of them. It seems that the Palace Guard has been hiring lately.
Fucking Department of Homeland Security.
So as you guys move toward the Tinderbox, I'm gonna say, give me. I'm gonna need one stealth check from the lot of you to see how you guys move.
We should be invisible, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we're still invisible.
We're still
Make
invisible.
it with advantage.
Do we get this?
Good.
Okay.
Good thing I have advantage. I rolled a 20 total. It was almost a 10.
Okay. Did anybody roll lower than a 12?
No.
Okay.
29.
All right.
Jesus.
21.
All right. So you guys make it out of the slums really easy as you move quietly and invisibly through the city with your retinue of NPCs. Fowl keeps up his illusion of invisibility on everybody, and you guys make it to the edge of Market District. At this point, though, Fowl kind of looks at you guys and he says, "Are we all going to the same place, or is this a time when maybe we should?" He looks over at Aegis. "We would like to go find Master Horizon."
Do you know where he is?
Is he in the city?
"Yes, I see no reason why he would have left.
So,
Do you know where he is?
We have to start somewhere.
Which is?
I was going to try to infiltrate the area close to the castle, and I can do that much easier without 10 other people."
Agreed. Yeah.
Without doubt, you could do that. The question I have for you is, where would he be hiding? Because we knew he was hiding already. And two, more importantly, and I don't know why he would be hiding close to the castle, we already know that this place is swarming with guards, and several of those who we trusted are in the thick. So yes, I have full confidence you could sneak around.
Aegis straight up places his hand on your side, and he's like, "We're old men, Grimm, and if we keep with you guys, we will slow you down. This is a mission that we can do. We can pretend to be old men, and we can get what we need done without drawing attention to you all."
well, I must say, there's one thing I believe may be a better choice is if we all go to this meeting spot together. We're able to discuss as a group, with beyond people just with us right now, what our plan of action should be. And if it ends up being the same thing of you going to it, at least you'll be organized enough to know where we will be in case of emergencies.
Yeah, considering we've been gone for a long time, they will know what's been going on in the city, and we should probably be updated on that first before we split up.
I don't disagree.
So it might be more prudent for you to get more information before you act.
You've made a good point. Go ahead and roll persuasion. Whoever is going to lead this, you can be aided by everyone else. But basically, we're just going to determine the effect.
Persuasion.
Yeah, I'll aid.
That ain't me.
Fuck it.
So my persuasion check is 18.
Okay.
Unless they're dwarves, then I get advantage.
Aegis Stratus is a dwarf.
Yeah.
18's still the best I got.
Okay. Faustus, you have made good points. We'll split up after we talk to the Church of Vespa. You are right. They might know more.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Wow, did I had a cohesive thought right now.
Gross.
All right.
Get that out of there. You guys,
Character
you
growth.
guys start coming around the sides of this very long block that you know Bob's shop used to be at the end. But you know that to get to the Tinderbox, you go around to the north instead of the south. And as you come around, you start to hear, over the sound of the rain, the sound of heated voices yelling back and forth. And a lot of them.
Perception check.
Okay?
17.
Okay.
8.
Roy, you kind of you grab onto the robes of some people and kind of halt them because you hear this noise, and you lean your ear forward and you really kind of maybe it's just this nature that you're used to sleet and inclement weather for some reason that you can
Weird.
zone it out, and you hear the sound of. It sounds like a group of people chanting almost, and another gruff, low voice. It sounds like they're being ordered down in some way. Like it sounds like somebody in authority trying to order a mob down, and then you can't quite figure out what's going on. But over the top of it all, you hear the sound like that says, "You have no right here." And then the wind kind of carries it away again. But it's a bellowing and deep and kindly voice that has raised itself.
Ah, okay. Granlin, I would imagine.
Imagine away.
Maybe. Oh, well, I mean, it's a decently high perception check, but whatever.
Yeah, you heard that. Nobody else did.
Okay. All right. I relay this
You
information.
guys are far
that
away.
We
To
are
the
coming
point,
upon a group.
You heard this long before you can see it. You guys are not open. Like, you guys can.
So, it sounds as though we should prepare for some version of confrontation. Is there a way to slip in without being noticed? Granlin is a strong, giant woman. I don't think she needs our help before we jump to those guns. No, before we jump to those conclusions.
No, you said it right the first time. Jump to those guns is how the mortals say it.
What's a gun?
I don't know.
What guns are.
Daedalus is like, they were firing him at a Set Sentitas, but I've never held one.
Yeah, you literally have one in your pocket right now. Or hat.
I'm aware.
Yeah, I'm really familiar with them lately.
Familiar with bullets.
Intimately, almost.
Alright, I mean, yeah, I guess we just move up cautiously. Now that we know there's shit going on.
No, you guys kind of come around and peer around, and how long does invisibility last? Can I cut that at this point? Can I make like a case?
I don't know, it's your guy.
Yeah, I think
you
you're
can
out.
cut it.
Everybody's just sort of back to normal. You guys haven't run into any actual guards, and as you come around the corner, you realize why. All the guards in this area have pooled in front of the Tinderbox. Just, you guys come around, and if you were to continue down one block, you'd run into the Church of Vesper, because it's behind the Tinderbox. But directly in front of you is a large group of people standing with Kendra, and they are locked arm in arm, standing in front of a group of palace guard. One palace guard, who seems to be of a higher rank, is yelling at Kendra and trying to make her move. Behind him stand two men with what look like oil and torches. And to the left of Kendra, just behind her, stands Granlin, with her arms folded in front of her, standing in front of them as well. The palace guard says, "We know that you've harbored enemies of the state here, and we will burn this place of treachery to the ground."
I got a bad idea.
On brand.
I might as well.
All right, I know what to do here.
Move aside in the name of the King's Regent.
Are you gonna vocalize this bad idea before you do anything?
No, I was about to. I was like J-Talk.
Yeah, that was the last
I
one.
look at him and go, I have a bad idea.
Yeah, they seem to be in a stalemate. You guys have a moment here. It's not like there's no panic going on, but...
Can your bad idea please not ruin the one thing we have, which is surprise?
I have nothing.
Okay, well, hey, how tied are the palace guards and Newman at this point? Like if a high-ranking Newmanite came and walked up all of a sudden and said, "Hey, leave these people alone," would they listen?
I do have this ring of disguise that Roy gave me.
You've seen that a lot of the nobles tend to be Newmanites, and you've seen that a lot of the Newmanites, or a lot of the palace guard tend to be noble sons, so you could make that assumption, but you wouldn't know until you tried.
So if I turned into Krieg right now and said, "Hey, leave these people alone. They're small fries."
You can always try.
I do it.
Okay. Roy turns into Krieg next to you guys.
Okay, he's got a bad idea too.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come with you?
As you say that, a little piece of information. As you guys have been moving through the city, and Dylan, you haven't seen one yet, but you've seen wanted posters plastered all over the city walls, and you've seen pictures of what looks like meth head Grimm. Like, they really did a lot of detail on his clothing, but not his face. Like, his face just looks like this rictus, ugly, scary, thin man, because it doesn't seem like they know exactly what he looks like, but they do recognize his clothing.
And also, that's what he looks like when he puts his skin thing on.
Yeah, underneath a lot of these is also unknown halfling in league with Thieves Guild, and as you turn to say, "Do you want me to come with you?" you see finally a 20,000 gold piece reward for one Dylan Bennett.
Well,
traitor to the
never
crown.
met the guy before. Never met the guy before.
And it's a striking likeness. They did a great job. You might want to take notes from whoever did your stenography if you ever get a chance.
I'm mad, but and I just take it and roll it up.
They got the notes
I need
right.
a good picture. Yeah, they never get that right. I'm like Flynn Rider from fucking Tangled.
Yeah, that'll be fun to hang up later.
Yeah, there's pictures. You've seen pictures of Bruce on wanted signs. Like everybody that you're rolling with at this point, except for Sandra and Daedalus. Mullion's up there.
Mullion, look, you got one too.
Oh, what? 500? I'm worth more than that.
Is there one for Sobobos?
No.
Okay, then I turn my ring and turn into Sobobos.
That works. Yeah, let's go.
Before you guys move anywhere,
Oh no.
Grimm grabs onto your guys' shoulders and goes, "This isn't an awful plan, but for the love of God, whatever you do, don't let them know who you are.
Can you specify?
It is the only thing we have, that we are here in secret.
Okay.
The only thing we have.
How could you ever doubt me and Roy? We'd never fuck this up.
Oh, please. Oh, good luck.
Hey, you guys won D&D. You made the DM swallow his tongue.
So we approach.
Sobobos and Krieg.
Wait, can Sandra cast guidance?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
she did.
yeah.
Fantastic. Hell yeah.
Asking for a friend.
Guidance is guidance gonna fuck you guys and be like, she can cast it on one of you.
Yeah, it's only gonna go on Roy.
It's a
fine. I got
concentration.
plus
Yeah,
nine.
it's a concentration. Who wants it?
Roy.
I should. Yeah, as Krieg, I should probably take it.
Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of the talking.
Okay.
Which is probably a bad idea, but let's go.
You guys.
Oh wait, I borrow a Newman Bible from Daedalus. Cause Sobobos.
Very good. Sell it.
Hey, take care of this.
No,
I get it. You need it. Yeah, but this was this was like given to me when I first became a member, so I've had it for a long time.
I would never. I care so much about Newman religion.
Yeah, please, for me.
All right.
And you
So we
guys,
approach.
you guys walk up with your props and your guidance spell and your good costumes.
Oh, yeah, give me the axe.
Both of you are magically disguised self as people. Okay. As you guys walk up, go ahead and give me some performance checks, some general performance checks. We'll see how
shit.
good you can
Or
mimic.
deception.
No, performance.
deception.
Okay.
You're acting. You're playing a role. It's not.
Okay,
it's
that's
not
not bad,
gonna
though.
disperse. I just need to know for my headcanon and the listeners.
I 23 actually.
Oh, fuck.
I mimic really well.
You did spend a
apparently.
lot of time with Sobobos, so if anybody's gonna have that
And I
ability.
also was a charlatan.
Yeah, there you go. What'd you get, Roy?
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Plus
Hey!
4, 21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it-
good roll on that one.
You kind of develop that Dwarven stride as you roll up, and maybe you don't have his mannerisms down pat, but you definitely start moving like you're actually in armor. You've
It's raining. I'm cold out
and
here.
as you
Leave
guys
me alone.
roll up, you see that the group in front of you kind of comes to a hushed silence, and all the palace guard kind of just sort of sense their reactions, and they start to turn around. And before they can talk to you, though, Granlin says, "What brings you here, killer?" And she's looking dead at Roy.
I had to bite back the temptation to say I wave.
Do you?
Because Krieg wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Look at him.
In your head, Grimm says, I'm here to handle this myself. You may disperse.
I'm here to handle this myself. You may disperse, I say to the guards around me.
Speechwriter.
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
it's great.
Instead of a ghost rider, it's a skeleton rider. What the fuck?
This is very good right now.
Okay, so that performance check actually is important because you're literally reading lines now. So now I'm going to ask Jeff to roll the persuasion check for the words he's feeding you, and then we're going to use your performance. We're going to filter it through your performance check.
Okay.
And
Or intimidation, he is Krieg.
True.
yeah, you could do intimidation if you choose. Master Paladin, all due respect, you don't need to be a part of this. Why?
In your head again,
You dare question me?
You dare question me? Do as you're told.
So roll that check, Jeff. And then you roll intimidation, Roy. You roll persuasion. Okay. You roll intimidation. It's gonna be like a weird, a weird
Dirty
advantage.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that's 11 plus 9.
Nice. Wait, you have a plus 9 in intimidate?
Charisma.
Motherfucker, you are deadly.
Oh shit! All right, what'd you get, Jeff?
18 persuasion. That's what I was supposed to roll, right?
Okay. So the man kind of he looks confused, and he's like, I take orders from Brandon, but if you insist, Seraphim, we'll take care of the. Maybe you should speak to the church heads from one church to another. And he sort of steps aside and lets you move up to Granlin, and he steps just a little bit away. He can still hear you guys talking.
You may leave.
I said disperse.
I said disperse.
Don't you want support? This mob is quite agitated.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself. And then I'll even gesture over to my friend, my accompaniment here.
Sobobos.
I think we've got it.
Granlin turns to them. You heard him. Leave. And then she turns to the two of you as he kind of takes another handful of steps. He doesn't quite leave, but he goes to the edge of the street, like across the street from everybody. You can see the people sort of relax, but they're still on edge because these paladins have shown up. Granlin and Kendra turn to the both of you with really steely eyes. What can the Church of Vespera do for the bright and light and shining ones?
I look her dead in the face, and I roll a 13 plus 14 sleight of hand, and I wave. Does she recognize the wave?
It's a nat 20 from Granlin.
Wow.
That is a nat 20 from Granlin and Kendra. Damn.
Amazing.
What a use.
It's like they know me.
Yeah. They both blink, and you hear them both whisper under their breath, Roy?
Yeah,
and
let's
then they
go
turn,
inside.
Sobobos? I was hoping that if you were with Krieg that there was some good news.
It's Dylan. Let's go inside.
Dylan?
We need...
Let's
not
go
so
inside
loud. Let's go inside.
And spread the word of Newman and find peace in trying times. Get inside.
So you guys kind of Granlin loudly says, "All right, we'll listen to the peacekeepers of Newman in this trying time, and maybe we can reach a deal." As she yells it very loud to the other side, and she turns to the people. Do not raise arms against them unless they raise arms against you. And then you put them in the fucking ground. And then she marches you guys all into the tinderbox.
Granlin. Yowza.
That's a bad bitch right there. God damn. She's an icon.
Yeah.
The rest of us take this opportunity to sneak around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna send
back door.
They're sending, say, head the back. Head to the back, guys.
Head to Vespera. You guys basically can go through Vespera and through their back door.
Yeah.
Giggity. Roll stealth checks as you move kind of around the block.
Me too, right?
No. You guys are in the tinderbox. You're good to go. It's the rest of them trying to get with you guys.
Got it.
What happened? How'd you get back?
15 on my stealth check.
We can't be seen, right?
You guys are in the tinderbox now, so you're hidden behind the tinderbox's wall, so to speak, and Kendra just sort of, a moment she gets in, kind of takes this deep sigh. You see that the place has a lot of people in it. Some of them kids, some of them mothers, and, like families are hiding out in the tinderbox right now. And she says, "It's okay, everybody, we've had the palace guard stand down for the moment. I'll get everyone another round of soup and some drinks." And then she kind of busies herself in the back room as Granlin turns to the rest of you guys, or as to the two of you. So what's the news from outside of the city? Jeff.
To support my stealth check, I just wanted to let you know that I also just cast Minor Illusion on myself to make me not look like I'm dressed like Grimm, because that's what they know they're looking for.
Okay.
Rad.
Change your clothes a little bit. What does that look like?
Probably much to Grimm's chagrin, but he does what he has to do, something more peasant-like, to look as appropriate as he can.
Evan.
He looks around, and just blends in.
Evan turns to you. He's like, Grimm, no, it's not worth. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. It's not worth.
Listen. The only thing we've got is surprise. That's all we've got.
We've also have our dignity.
Yes. Well, we'll get back to the dignity.
Dylan turns back into Dylan.
Yeah, are the people inside, like, do they react to, like, Krieg and Sobobos as we're inside?
Yeah, at first they kind of get. So your guess would be anybody hanging out at the Tinderbox in the Church of Vespers at their Vesperans. So when they see the Church of Newman, you can see that they don't feel relaxed at the sight of these paladins. Which, go ahead and roll in it. Sorry, let me play D&D correctly. Roll insight. Though with Randall's passive insight, this is superfluous.
Hi.
11 plus 2. 13.
Okay.
9 plus 11, so 20.
You see that they're on edge, and you feel like that's not that weird. Dylan, on the other hand, kind of puts together that these Vesperans don't really... There's something about the Newmanites that doesn't make them calm.
Yeah.
I realize once I drop this disguise, I look like a Vesperan, like, paladin, because my armor's Vesperan style and all that shit.
When you do that, actually, and then, because I want to progress something with the story, just in case y'all fail your stealth rolls, I won't ask Jeff what he rolled his stealth yet. And mainly because he's rolling with about 6 NPCs who aren't good at stealth. Granlin looks at you. Well, hello, dear Dylan. Where did you get those?
Oh, what?
Your
the sword
armor.
or the...
It looks good.
Oh, it's Daedalus's old armor, and we modified it because...
Oh, I love it. It's so pretty.
I like the colors.
You look quite dashing, my dear.
Oh.
Yeah, I dropped mine as well.
Daedalus is here, then.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Oh, God.
He
has to do rolls.
They should be coming around back, actually, as I transform back into Roy.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I waved to the people who were scared of me a second ago.
They all sort of wave back. I don't think you're tight with a lot of the churchgoers, but they just sort of awkwardly
They've seen me
to
at
Roy.
the very least.
They look at Dylan. A few of them Dylan recognizes from the few masses he went to.
Tom, Billy.
So Daedalus is
Other
here.
Dylan.
Is Sandra.
Yeah. Oh, I'm also wearing Sandra's old cloak, I realize.
She's okay. She gave that to you?
What?
She's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, good. Anyway.
Yeah. What? Honestly, we're the ones you should worry about. They're, like, so fucking strong and scary. They're the real heroes.
I worry about everyone, Dylan.
I know, me too. It's really hard.
Fill me in on what's happened, and I'll do the same.
Okay, what episode did you stop listening to the podcast?
All right. So
Yeah,
you
can
guys
we-
go ahead and
We do that.
you bring Gremlin up to
I
speed.
turn on-
Jeff, what'd you roll for
I turn
stealth?
on Podbean.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, so you, Evan, and Mullion just start creeping. But the moment you start going, you can hear like metal, like the metal sabatons that both Sandra and Daedalus have on start to click clack. The old men just huff a bit because you've been running through the city for essentially an hour at this point. And you realize that they're making some noise, and even before you guys can start getting away, you kind of hear shuffling of the palace guard moving in your direction. Daedalus rolled a natural 1, by the way, just so that everyone knows that he's Daedalus. Yep.
I quickly turn to Fowl and I say, make us hard to see right now.
How about we just move quicker? I do not have an unlimited number of spells.
Okay, fine, go.
And then we just fucking bolt.
Okay. He does throw up in illusion as you guys cut one corner and then cut to the next. He throws up this briefest image of people turning in the other direction as you. And as you guys come around the corner, you see that the palace guard immediately split, and only 2 of them followed in your direction.
Okay. We're just trying to lose them, so as soon as we can duck in somewhere and
Okay, so
they're lost.
So you guys,
That's it.
so run around and just give me an athletics check. Let's see if you can keep ahead of the palace guard.
It's gotta be athletics, huh? Can't be acrobatics?
Yeah, it's got to be athletics. Nope, not gonna play that game no more. You're running. It's athletics.
Okay, well, as fair as that is, I also tapped one of my ribs, the runner stance, that gives me 10 more feet of movement.
There you go.
And I rolled a 9. But It's 10 more feet of fucking movement.
Roll it again.
So-
Roll it again with advantage, and that might not even matter because 10 feet of movement is significant.
Okay, so I rolled a 15 minus 1, 14.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say my stance on if I make you run an athletics for like a chase of any kind. A battle is different because initiative handles like the turn order and how far you can move in like an instant. But a race has more to do with just your ability to flat out run and how far you can go, because the average person who doesn't run a lot gets winded in like 10 fucking seconds. Like it doesn't take long for you to slow your sprint or turn an ankle or something. Like athletics is going to represent your ability to like just run well.
Grimm's got weak claws.
Yeah, he's got no ligament, you know. He might lose a bone or something. Lose a big toe, and then he's really in trouble. Anyway, so 14 isn't great, but it's good enough to stay ahead, which is great because
I wear
the
boots.
majority of
I don't
everyone
know.
rolled dog shit except for Sandra and Mullion, who just immediately grabbed the old men and sort of like just helped them move along. But you guys can feel yourself losing ground as you come around the corner. The palace guard full-on sees you guys, but you are just in front of the Church of Vespera itself, and you guys are heading up the marble steps toward the Corinthian columns. And as you guys are cresting the top, the palace
Is
guard
that in the
right on
front?
your...
They were going around back, right?
Yeah, they're going to the front of the Church of Vespera, though, because the buildings are back-to-back.
Okay.
But you know that you can get into the backyard of the Church of Vespera, and thus the backyard of the Tinderbox. Basically, you share an alley. And as you cross the top, the priestess, Mary, steps out and just deftly maneuvers between the two of you. And is like, would members of the palace guard be trying to enter the Church of Vespera without paying proper tithes? And the two palace guard come to like a full stop, and they're like, "You're housing enemies of the state." Which state would that be exactly? Because I do believe that as a church, we are our own sovereign nation under Griffinport law, and you have no jurisdiction here.
It's good shit.
And they kind of shake their head. It's not the palace captain, and they turn around to go find the others. But you guys have made it into the Church of Vespera. A couple of the priestesses immediately start to gather around you guys because this has been happening a lot for them. You immediately get the feel that they've had to stop palace guard from chasing people to their steps a few times. In fact, you find out that the people that you don't know what's inside the Tinderbox, but you find that the Church of Vespera is way more packed than the Tinderbox is. Mr. Grimm, what brings you back? You're back into the city, I see.
Yeah, I dropped my minor illusion, as one could assume. So, just to be clear, they could not have recognized me before.
They've seen you in your mask and everything. Did you look like a person? Or did you just change your clothes?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you just changed your clothes.
No, I wanted to look like a
Yeah,
person.
because you said what is on his wanted poster is Flesh Mask Grimm, so...
Okay, well, they recognize she turns to Mullion, you're back in the city. It's good to see you. You're traveling with just a bunch of other people. A bunch of other recognized people,
I'm
including
aware.
Sandra.
So I dropped my minor illusion. I dropped my minor illusion, and I go,
All right, so you two are birds. They will now know that you two are here. It's a pleasure, Miss Mary. Pacer, where are my manners?
Sister Mary, but thank you.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Thank you graciously. You two are burnt, so from here on out, you don't associate with us super directly, so that we can keep what little surprise we have.
Who are you
there,
saying are burned? Which
I
two
won't know
did you
you.
say? Which two are you talking to?
Mullion and Sandra,
Okay. Sandra said I was going to...
because they're both on wanted posters.
You two probably have been recognized, so us associating with you on the street in any manner is dangerous to the rest of our subterfuge, our surprise. As it stands, you may have already given us almost completely away. We can only hope that they don't jump to the very logical conclusion that you're with us.
Mullion does speak up. I'm like, hey, man, to be fair, I don't stand out in a crowd the way you do.
Yes, which is why I changed the way I looked, so I didn't look like I look.
I mean, God, I just need a disguise kit in a few minutes, man. It's fine.
All right, good.
I got one.
We can only hope that they didn't really see you, and maybe just Sandra.
If they saw us from behind, and Sandra's a Church of Vesperin, which means she's probably just ferrying people through the city. Ain't that right, Mary? It's feasible. Anyway,
I thought you were going to say they saw us from behind, so they definitely noticed Sandra.
Oh, yeah.
Sandra dummy thick.
No, they saw Dylan from behind. It's like, oh, that cake? Arrest him.
That's Griffinport's ass.
Fine.
He's
No,
smuggling
that's-
a damn bakery back there.
I hated that.
Daedalus has Griffinport's ass, sir.
No, Daedalus is Newman's ass.
Yes, Daedalus.
Yeah, he's got Newman's ass.
It's Newman's ass.
I became Captain Griffinport at some
The,
point,
the,
I
the
guess.
sun rises and shines on Daedalus's ass. So
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Mary's like, hey, there's a lot going on. I don't know what you guys are up to. It's good to see that you're back and safe. Are you guys looking for Mother Granlin? What are you here for?
So I say, Roy and Dylan have managed to assuage what issue Granlin was having in front of the Tinderbox. We are going to meet them there.
Oh, well, to the back door then. Is there
After
anything
you.
we need?
We need to gather up some people, but that's already in the works. We're going to have a
never
round
mind.
table, as it were.
Obviously, this is my job. I know what you need. And she goes into a back room and comes out with a sack of healing potions.
Oh,
All right.
you know what? Perfect. I love this. Can I? Thank you.
Yes,
Can I
I
take
know.
it?
It's part of being a sister of Vesper is knowing how to keep people going. Sometimes it's simple. And she hands you this big bag, and it just has fucking 10 fucking let's call them greater healings.
10 greater
call it
healings.
eight.
I'm adding
Let's
that
call it-
straight to my
let's call
equipment
it-
right now.
Yeah, let's say is graders, is that the highest one, or that's the second from highest, right?
Yeah, they're superior.
Superior is
then
the
10,
highest.
10 greater healings. That's what I'm giving you.
Yeah. Cool,
Rad.
taking it.
You've always been an odd one, but if Sandra's with you, then chances are you're up to the most good. Good luck with you, and if you go out the back door, we've kept the alley blocked off. No one should stop you from going to the Tinderbox.
Perfect. You are a shining light, Sister Mary.
I know. She gives you a kiss on the cheek.
What cheek?
The cheekbone.
Bone. Cheekbone.
Cheeks have bones.
Cheeks have bones. Bones have cheeks.
Bones have cheeks.
You guys make it to the back door pretty quick. Meanwhile, you guys have been filling in Granlin. Food has been doled out to everybody. You've been handed bowls of soup and a beer. And as you guys are handed a big warm bowl of soup and a beer that as you take a sip, you realize Kendra bought Dwarven Ale, or has somehow located Dwarven Ale. The back door opens and in come Grimm and the rest.
I was gonna say I would not recognize this, but Dylan would. Ale is ale. I don't give a fuck.
I only know this because I was yelled at once for not using Dwarven Ale to help cook a piece of meat, and I was thrown out of the kitchen despite rolling really high on the cooking check.
I don't know the difference. I don't particularly think alcohol tastes that good, but whatever. I am a child.
I am baby.
Roy,
Huh?
drink the goddamn beer.
I
Kendra hands it back to
I
you.
didn't say anything. I will drink the beer, but I will.
Oh.
It doesn't taste great.
As everybody kind of comes through the back door, Granlin sees them and goes, "Oh, good. All you dears have made it. Now that you've filled me in, it's my turn."
Oh, yeah, okay.
Go on, Mother Granlin. I would very much like to be apprised of the situation.
Okay, yes. We had a small child show up and give us a very cryptic rundown of something that people were going to be meeting here. A couple of them have arrived, and she nods to the back where a sullen old orc is sitting. But a couple of the children said they were having trouble gathering some of the others. In the meantime, welcome back to Griffinport. In the last 3 months, things have gotten darker in the city. The king's brother, the Deuce, laid down his so-called law pretty quickly after the army left. There was only the city watch, and he disbanded most of them, or put them in, or minimized their jurisdiction to only a small area. He hired more palace guard, and he cracked down and started curfews, which focused on the slums and the poor. There were resistances, and when the people resisted, he used that as an excuse to react with violence. Tensions are very heavy right now. The Church of Espera has been helping people who have lost their homes to riots and fire, and I believe the Church of Mars as well. essentially we're in a police state, and the only thing stopping them from marching through the Tinderbox and the churches is some laws that they could very easily decide no longer support the goodwill of Griffinport. They're likely going to rush nobles in soon to vote on such a thing. And once they do that, we will have to choose to let them arrest poor innocent citizens or resort to violence. You showed up at a good time. Things have kind of reached a head here.
Grimm, it's one of those weird situations where you can tell what Grimm's face is, even though it's a skeleton, and he smiles kindly. And he goes,
We have your only option, because this city is bricks, but the people are lives, and you can take those out of these bricks. Gather all you can and leave the city. Secretly, publicly, I don't care, but that is the option that we are trying to present to you guys. To all of you, leave the city. What it will become very soon is not just dangerous, it's deadly. And that's not just because of the police state. The more who leave, the better.
What do you know that we don't know, Grimm? Have things gotten worse?
Yes.
Have you looked up?
Your boys kind of brought me up to speed with your mantle and such, but I'd like to hear it from you as the resident expert.
We have the mantle.
Me and Avil just look at each other.
Dylan looks at Avil because he has no one else to look at.
Avil just looks at the both of you and just kind of gives you guys like the "it don't bother me" hand pat, like in the air.
Okay. Just gotta check in on the girl.
We have the mantle. The presence of the mantle on this plane is accelerating the rift. Soon, maybe not today or tomorrow, maybe in a week's time, but relatively soon, things will become astronomically bad. As our two planes begin to merge, there's nothing good. Now, the upside is that we have the ability to resolve this, but it won't be easy. You were going to ask something?
Yes, Grimm. So as you guys have been talking, the sound of rain has gotten much heavier. Now you're hearing lightning and thunder. Or you're seeing flashes of lightning through the window, you're hearing thunder. And the rain starts to come in harder and harder. You guys have been moving through the city for an hour. You've been hopping over puddles at this point. My question to you, Grimm, if we get the mantle through the portal, will that stop the weather? The weather has been its own struggle in the last couple of months. First there were the tornadoes, then now this hurricane. The water levels keep rising. I'm concerned. I don't know if you noticed, but the front gate it exits onto the land in a place that is low. Can we still walk out of here? And when you guys came in, you kind of ended up parking a little to the north, but as you were high up, you did notice that the waters had crept around the side of the city, and it was starting to cut off sort of an exit. The ocean level is pretty much have risen at this point. Like
I was confused by you saying parking at one point, but then I remembered we came in on a flying ship.
Yes, you did park a flying ship. And if just in the last couple hours, you've watched the puddles get bigger and bigger, and trickles of water have been rolling down through the cobblestones of the city. Because you know this whole city kind of slowly raises its way up until it hits the cliff face on the north end against the ocean. But sort of a bit of a lake is building surrounding the rest of the city.
It may not immediately fix the weather, but it will start to turn it. At minimum.
We could tell them.
You also know that technically the inclement weather, just in case this hasn't been brought up in a while, the fact that the mantle and that large things from Fae are over is causing the rift, but the inclement weather has been going on for years, and it's because the Fae is out of balance, and the two are linked.
Would it be bad to tell them to go to the ship? And then they could, get around all the weather issues.
Well, that's the thing, is the ship can only hold so many people.
Yeah,
Well, not everyone was going to get out of this, regardless.
Yeah, the airship it's big. It's not like ferry a whole city's worth of refugees large. Like your guess is if you really crammed them in, you're not sure what the lift capabilities of it are, like if there's a limit, but without worrying about weight, you feel like you could probably get a few hundred packed into that ship.
Can we get Bruce? Can we get him to cast enlarge before he goes off the podcast one more time?
No.
Damn it.
But you do have other people around that have abilities.
So, making it out of the city is top priority. If you have to swim, swim. If you have to get on boats at the dock, get on boats at the dock. Walk, fly if you can.
The dock. There's no way that people will be able to sail safely away.
No.
The waves on the ocean, you haven't seen them yet, but they're tremendous. The dock is regularly submerged for minutes at a time by huge waves.
Yeah, that's what Grandma was saying, that the weather's gotten so bad that the waters are rising.
The sea is too dangerous. It's a last resort.
I'm aware that it's complicated. Unfortunately, everything is complicated. The weather will be fixed as things
The dwarves.
resettle.
Oh my god, we're idiots.
Yeah.
Holy the dwarves and the catacombs, guys. We have a fucking bunker that could fit an entire city worth of people right next to us. The catacombs are literally interconnected with the entirety of the city. It is built on top of it. It is the easiest thing for us to evacuate to, and these dwarves know everything about them now.
Yeah, and I was about to re-bring up the sewers. Could the sewers get them to the catacombs?
If everything floods, the sewers would be very dangerous, and so might be parts of the catacombs. But the dwarves can help. Yes, though.
This
So
is perfect.
she says she goes. But there is one problem with the dwarves. No one's heard for them since things kind of went on lockdown. They did their dwarf reaction, and they squirreled into their holes. The palace guard themselves have not been able to get to them. They cut ties to their elevators, and they stopped sending envoys. They sensed the storm brewing long before we did, and they locked their dwarven halls, so to speak.
We've got a dwarf with us.
Is Bobp here? Maybe he could help.
We've got Aegis.
I've been, away. They are not my clan.
Okay, so
But you don't have a way to, like, contact them at all?
We don't all know each other.
It was just a thought. It's racist.
the one thing I want to mention is that is a good idea, but isn't that where the Numenites are gathered?
No. What?
Well, yes, sort of. The Numenites do have they're building a portal, or they've been working on the portal deep below the catacombs.
So
That's just one section.
below the
Yeah,
catacombs.
but I mean,
What if we flood the underneath the catacombs?
Stop it.
I'm not host.
This
Thank you.
This is odd, but I think the king actually likes me. King Strop.
King of the Dwarves?
Yeah, me and him hung
That's
out
right.
a bunch. And I actually got along with him pretty well while I was undercover.
Well, do you know how to get hold of him?
I might actually.
Oh, Sandra. Sandra speaks up. Bobp did like to speak highly of Dylan in private. I imagine he would have done so
What?
with the king.
What?
Yeah, he did.
Why are all these grumpy old fucks so nice to me when I'm not around?
Because they give you what they think that you need. It's annoying.
I agree. I love them. And I was.
So our goal. I will take these people and I'll see if I can get them outside of the city walls. We will see if the waters have risen. We'll move now. And she already starts waving like some people and ordering people around. And she's like, but if that doesn't work, we're going to head north. And that means that we're going to be moving through an occupied city run by the palace guard with an army of refugees. It could get very ugly, especially if we are running from a flood for survival.
No, don't move yet. This is too many risks and too many moving parts.
Mullion raises his hand and says,
I'll run and see if I can sneak around and check the water level. You don't need to bring everybody
Yeah.
to check on that.
Yeah, let's have Mullion run scouting.
Yeah, and Million can decently, stealth. He's a thief.
Besides, I want to check on the sewers and see if any of the thieves are down there.
It's just gray water.
So,
Yeah,
Full circle.
it's just gray water.
I agree that there are a lot of moving parts, Dylan. But we will not be able to resolve all of them.
But
We do need...
Every sentence.
What about this guy over here? And I gesture over to the dwarf that's been in the corner, or the orc that's been in the corner the entire time.
you just in the corner you see you see fucking Gorback, who hasn't spoken and has his head down.
Yeah,
What the?
yeah. I mean, we brought all you people together for a reason. You should talk too.
I didn't know they were all. I didn't know they were all together.
It's not
yet.
everybody. I only said Gorback had made it here at this point. That was the only one.
And you grumpy fuck. Speaking of grumpy old men.
He just he looks over, realizes it's you, and then his eyes kind of go back to looking at the ground.
Oh no. We're gonna quit that shit right now. I don't care if you have to pretend I'm a fucking skeleton, but for 5 fucking minutes you're gonna pretend I'm goddamn alive, because I'm gonna save your ass whether you like it or not.
I don't know who this person is, but it is clear to me
I'm angry.
that Dylan has a complicated relationship with this gentleman.
You've seen him before. He was the bartender at the Orc's Head pub.
Hey, didn't I kill somebody in your pub?
He looks at
Why
you.
did you say that?
Excuse me.
Finally. Now I got your attention.
No, he's looking at Roy.
No, I did.
God damn it.
You know that red stain never came out.
I was a different person then. I mean, I'm still kind of the same person now. I mean, if you,
Does this new person know how to get out of red stain?
I could work on it. Typically, you would just take up the
so.
floorboard and, like, I will replace the floorboards if the
It's not
tavern
red
is still
anymore.
around.
I'm just... Whatever.
I'll hold you to that. I was told to come here by some kid. Why?
Yeah. Alright. Everything's going to shit. Bruce is gone, and you're the only one that everyone's gonna listen to in Orc District.
I asked you a question, little halfling.
No, you don't respond to him. You look at me in the goddamn eye, Gorback. Because I'm getting real sick of this shit. You old traditional fuck. These old traditions that these nobles keep perpetuating are why we're in this fucking mess. And you're gonna fucking solve this mess by dropping
I
it.
walk up to Dylan and I touch the ring on his finger and I make him look like me. It probably doesn't work like that, but
It does, suddenly.
No, I mean, he sees you do it, and he just looks. He briefly looks at Dylan Roy, and then he looks back. He's like,
I'm haunted by ghosts. Just leave me alone.
You old fuck.
What do you?
Why is it old?
What is it you
fucks?
want?
we're trying to help your people escape from whatever it is that's going on here.
You want me to get news to my people because they won't
Yes.
listen to any of you? Yeah.
Yes.
Where? Where are they gonna
that-
go? That's all they got.
Anywhere but here. If they want to live, they should probably leave.
They've got their lives. More important than any money.
You want them to give up? Orcs don't always value their lives more than their honor.
Well, there's literally world-ending shit happening right now, and we thought of you.
If you want to keep your honor, then fight your way out of this city and don't be oppressed.
roll persuasion.
No.
Nat 20.
I'll do what I can. They'll listen, but I don't know if they'll do anything. Hey, if you see any ghosts, tell them there's no hard feelings.
It looks like he's gonna say more, and then he just sort of walks off.
Did you say ghosts?
Yeah.
Dylan's bowing his head.
I just nudged Dylan. I'm like, it wasn't personal. Did you get that? It wasn't personal.
Avil says, "Why would he think that I took anything personally from him? I barely know him.
Not you.
Dylan's not a ghost."
Anyways,
It's kind of complicated. We'll talk about it.
grumpy old fuck.
So as he steps out, he actually goes out the back door through Vespra, and as you guys are kind of looking around, you realize that none of the other people you're looking for are here. They have, like, the kids haven't gotten other people here. You were told by Gremlin that they had some issues, maybe. And Mullion is taken off. Oh, you've lost your orcs. Mullion took off, Gorback took off, and
I speak to the kids. Are there any around?
you start to hear raised voices outside again.
Fuck.
Master Seraphim Krieg, how goes things?
Shit.
I can go for a scrap.
That voice sounds a lot like Brendan. I understand
shit.
you told my men to stand down.
I'm gonna look at Granlin. Probably best to start getting everybody out the back towards Vespera.
I'm gonna look
Seraphim
at,
Krieg, please say something or we will assume you've been kidnapped by the enemies to the crown.
I look at Grimm.
I'm gonna look at you two chuckle fucks, and I'm gonna say, please, subterfuge.
I turn back into Krieg.
You don't sound like Krieg.
I know. I didn't talk outside yet.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna practice real quick. Yes.
It's actually
probably do Krieg.
surprisingly raspier. He does.
He almost talks like a higher.
He almost.
Do I need to?
He almost
Great.
talks higher.
Cassandra's just like, you're almost there, but not quite, Dylan.
Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna go talk to Brandon.
Oh God. Let's
know
not.
I want a piece
Every
of
time,
I want a piece
every
of
time
him.
Dylan says, "Hey, fuck it," I get afraid. So let's not.
It works out.
Grim is just literally, please.
Hey man, you're the one that attracted guards to the church. I'm just working with what I got.
Hey Grim. It's
Roll
not gonna work because
perception. Roll
it's not gonna work.
perception.
Oh, okay.
Perception. I crit.
I got like a 5.
What a waste.
12 plus 4, 16.
Crit plus modifier is 31.
You guys, fuck. You guys hear the sound of people being pushed to the side. You hear the sounds of, if Krieg doesn't talk, burn it down. And then Dylan, because you have the ears of a fucking fox, you hear the sound of torches being lit and oil being thrown.
Guys,
In the name of the King's Regent, unless
Brought
you
it.
prove yourself to be Krieg Van Bergot,
I use minor illusion.
Dylan, give me the axe.
I don't
we
have
will
the
burn this
axe.
place down around your ears. You have 10 seconds. And that's the end of the episode. Hey Tavern Goers, thank you again for joining us for another adventure on Torchlit Tavern. Hopefully you've been listening to us up to our finale, but if not, you can find a summary of the story so far after episode 101. If you're looking for other ways to listen to us, you can find us on any podcasting service. Don't forget to rate, like, and review. It helps so much. We have no designs on any vast empire, but the more you help, the more we can share our small, silly story with others. If you wish to reach out to us, you can contact us directly at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter. Jeff can be found at big_J_TheBadman. Randall can be found at Argo Omega. Mitch can be found at Bane Armory. Ryan can be found at Ryan SCB Santos. And I am at Agent Beige. Our theme song was written and originally performed by Mason Santos. Sound effects used are from freesound.org with additional ambience from Sirenscape. Additional music used in this episode was from Incompetech.com, used under the Creative Commons license, Attribution 4.0.
The songs used were Night Dreams, Western Streets, Relent, and 7 March by Kevin MacLeod.
This episode was edited by Ryan Santos and Jameson Oxford. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget,
Heroes is boring.